It's been a pretty big season for video games lately. Lost Ark, King of Fighters 15, Horizon Zero Dawn, again, the dawn of a second day, and Elden Ring, all dropping in a cluster around each other. And listen, all these games are pretty pricey. Okay, Lost Ark is free, but be cool. But you know what else is cool besides paying a full $60 or $70 for these games? Paying $3 for a pretty fun indie game. Let's talk about Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors is, and I quote, a gothic horror casual game with roguelike elements. It's a game that only has movement keys. You don't do any attacks or gotta spam any buttons. You just walk around on a top-down 2D plane. And this game is incredibly addicting. It's super fun. Vampire Survivors works like this. You start the game out in a level, your one starting item auto attacks, you kill a few enemies who can only walk at you and deal damage through physical contact, you collect a few experience gems, you level up, pick from a small list of items, rinse and repeat. As the timer goes up, more enemies spawn, different enemies spawn, and things start getting crazier and crazier. Which is great, because as you collect more weapons and passive buffs, you get crazier and crazier. And by the end of the 30-minute mark, the screen is going bonkers. There are different challenges and characters, and as you complete these challenges and unlock these characters, you also unlock new items to use in future runs. And eventually, you can upgrade some of your weapons into being more powerful, ultimate versions of themselves. You also can collect money while playing the game, and after a level ends, either by hitting the 30-minute mark or by dying, you can spend the money earned on permanent upgrades for your future runs. The real enjoyment I find in Vampire Survivors is that your runs are so varied. Depending on what character you pick, since each character has different bonuses and different starting weapons, what early weapons you get, what items you require, how you prioritize the weapons and items you get, it changes builds and outcomes constantly. And that makes each experience fresh, or fresh enough not to get dull. There are 2.5 maps in this game, a garden which is more open and a library which is more narrow, and they offer different starting enemies, but more importantly they offer different strategies in how you approach. There is then this mad forest which is kind of like the garden but the enemies have higher HP. And after you beat a level, you unlock the ability to play that level again, but in hyper mode, which makes the enemies faster and tougher, but you get more money and luck on that run. Actually, while working on this video, they just released a new update with a new map and a few more achievements, but there are plenty of achievements around that offer challenge runs, and completing challenge runs unlock new things. One thing I'll say about Vampire Survivors is that it's a lot more fun than it looks. Starting out, I just wanted to do a little bit better than what I did before, get a little bit farther in the run. Then I wanted to unlock new characters, and then I wanted to see all the upgraded weapons. And before I knew it, I had 100% of the game, and then they updated it, and then 100% of the game again. This game is just like a small game, only a few megabytes, and only a few dollars, and I can't recommend it enough. It's great to play while watching a stream or YouTube video or something, because it doesn't require a whole lot of focus, but it's also great to just chill out since it's not very mechanically intensive. There is a lot of replayability here, with all the unlockable items and characters being hidden away behind challenges, and it lets you get creative in how you want to tackle those challenge runs. And just the core gameplay loop of Vampire Survivors being so fun and so simple and so short, since levels at max can only be 30 minutes long, it all leads to this game being incredibly addicting to play. So if you got $3 to spare, go and check out Vampire Survivors. You won't regret it. Thank you so much for watching, have a good one, and take it easy.